Okay, hi, hello. Today, we are going to be doing a reading vlog for the plus size reading challenge. Yes! So we're going to be reading some plus size representation in mostly romance because fun, happy, chill vibes. We've got some sexy themes going on. We'll be finishing up the buddy read for the Readathon. And then we will be reading a couple of repeat authors for me and trying out something completely new. So let's get into it. Starting off the Sweet Team plus size readathon reading vlog. Gosh, that's a mouthful. I have finished my Curvy Rival, which is the group book. Started it in the last video, finishing it in this one. This was a novella, so it was a pretty quick read, and it was steamy and cheesy and cute, and I think it was done pretty well for what it was. I had a good time. I will say there were some things about the plot line that was happening that would have benefited from it being a longer story, but I appreciate it for what it was. I enjoyed it. It was fun. The steam was enjoyable. Overall, it was a fun time. We have our two characters who are both gym owners but have very different ideas for what their gyms are like. So after a misunderstanding, they end up feeling attraction for each other and see where things go. I liked it. It was fun. I don't know what I would rate it, honestly. But yeah, this does work for 2 prompts because it is the option for both teams. So I guess we can mark that off and then we can jump right into the next sweet prompt for the challenge. Okay, hi, hello. So we have started the book for the prompt, Me Espresso, read a popular plus size book or booktube book. Yes, we are reading That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. I'm loving it so far. I am pretty sure I'm going to be ordering the third and final book in the series very soon. It's very cute. Also, wasn't expecting commentary on slavery in best situation, best scenario. Just, yeah. It hasn't gotten crazy steamy or anything yet, but you have had hints here and there. There is attraction. There is this cute dynamic between the love interest, really enjoying that. And I like the premise, the plot. I'm here for it. I'm enjoying this. Definitely having a good time so far. I have the hots for our demon character, so interested to see where things go. There's something always really funny to me in the monster romance realm. Not that I've experienced that much, but when you have a character that is just so ignorant to regular customs. And so they'll just say something outlandish or wild, and the character will be like, "What? No, there's no way we can do that," or whatever. That's a dynamic that I absolutely adore. It's very funny to me. And this one definitely has it, as the demon is kind of all like he clearly has attraction for her, and he's all like, "Okay, I see no issues." Why would this be a problem? She's like, "I don't even know you." And so, yeah, it's fun. I'm having a good time. I'm excited to see where this goes. I will give you an update when I finish. Okay, good morning. So it's day 2, I guess, of the plus size readathon sweet prompts reading vlog. And I started Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute yesterday for this prompt, which I believe is the one where you read from an author that you've loved before. Big fan of Talia Hibbert, so excited for this one. I only got halfway through this yesterday. I'm not even sure if it was even that. We have our two main characters who used to be friends and had a falling out. They are both in high school and they are now kind of like enemies, sort of. And they end up under unfortunate circumstances, kind of forced to be around each other. Now they are both competing for a spot in this program that will give you a scholarship for your ideal college. So stakes are high and tensions, I'm assuming, are going to rise. It's fine so far. Like, I like the writing. I'm not super invested. I ended up pausing it because yesterday was crazy busy. So much was going on. And so I paused it. And then even when I had a chance to come back to it, I guess I just wasn't in the mood. And so, yeah, today we should hopefully finish this. Okay, hi, good morning. So we are making progress on our sweet prompts. I did finish it. I did like it in the end. I still feel the same way about not particularly connecting, but I think it was good. Like, I think it was a fun time. I'm not mad at it, and I'm glad I finally got around to it. I do feel kind of in the meh range overall, just because I wasn't as invested in the relationship and everything that was happening, but I really like a lot of what was done. So that's not too bad. Definitely better than I was thinking it was going to be. That's for sure. But unfortunately, not nearly as successful as the Brown Sisters trilogy. So a little bit of a bummer there, but I'm not mad at it overall. For our next prompt, a book that features a plus size male character, I decided to go with Shipwreck by Olivia Dade, as I mentioned in our TBR video. And I started it this morning. And so this one, we have two characters who had a one-night stand before finding out that they were going to be co-workers or co-stars on the same TV show, where they would be kind of held up for the next 6 years with each other and have to find a way to be professional and ignore their feelings. Now, I'm not that far into it yet, and I really like the writing. I'm really excited to continue it. I feel absolutely no big chemistry or no big pull towards the actual romance, regardless of me feeling like, yeah, okay, I want to see what happens. It is early on, so we'll see. I think most of it is supposed to take place after they complete the 6 years working together. And then there's going to be a lot of interaction. Right now, we're not getting that. We're kind of getting a lot of setup. We're getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but not a lot of what I was enjoying. We had like one moment where we got to experience a scene between them, which I really liked, but everything else has kind of just been like personality setup, I guess. And so I'm feeling meh towards the relationship, which is a little bit of a bummer because I've really enjoyed Olivia Dade's romances in the past, including a lot of their like actor, star, whatever scenarios. And so I've been pretty excited about checking this out, and I'm feeling a little hesitant. I at least enjoy the writing and feel like I'm going to have a good time regardless, but I'm hoping that we can have a win in this realm, because already the last book was a flop in the romance department as well, even though I ended up liking the book in general. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen again. I really just want to be all excited and giddy and happy about the characters. And right now, that's not happening. So we'll have to see once I get further into it if things change and I get more invested. Fingers crossed, please. Because I really, really want that. Okay, so instead of reading a bunch of books like I'm supposed to, I ended up doing a little bit of a detour and trying to organize and go through all of my TBR books and figure out books in series that aren't complete and all of that stuff. So I moved things around. It's been a whole ordeal. And I figured I would give you a little update because I've done a lot. basically spent all of Sunday moving things around, and I figured as I'm sitting around, I do have to do this after work, but I figured I would chat with you and talk a little bit about some of the changes that I made. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, starting over here with my red shelves. These are not organized. I'm gonna do a dedicated video for reorganizing these and making it look all pretty later, but we're not there. I ended up moving everything around for trying to figure out certain random things, and they are a mess. They are in no particular order at this point in time. They're a nightmare. The only thing that I have is this shelf had opened up and I had moved some of my overflow TBR books over here, but I don't like that. I like having all of my red books together and my TBR books separately. So these are now all of the books that I have read in 2024 so far. It's overflowing. We are only 7 months into the year, which means Houston, we're probably gonna have a problem, but that's okay. Future me will figure that out. I can probably awkwardly make some more space, which I will do. But that's not what we're doing right now. What we're doing is focusing on the actual TBR space, which is this side of the room. So this is the TBR corner, my little pride and joy. Unfortunately, I have a lot of books that I haven't read so far and different ways that I want to organize them. And my TBR corner alone wasn't cutting the bill. That's not the expression. Wasn't cutting it. And so that is what I'm currently working on right now. I have made a pretty big dent in gaining some space because, as I mentioned, all of my books read so far this year, which used to live over there, have been moved behind you. And so this is where the big changes have happened, is on these shelves. So this is now a continuation of my TBR corner, except focusing on books that I'm not ready to actually read because I'm waiting on something. So for these are all books that are part of a series that I'm just waiting on the final book, or in this case, the final 2 books in the series, to be able to finish it. These are books that I currently have holds on for the audiobooks at the library that I figured would be nice to listen to the audiobook for while I'm reading along. And then these are all books that are part of series that I have no clue how long the series are going to be. So some of them may be like these books, where the next book is the last one, but I just don't know. Like, I can't find that information out. I looked it up. It's very vague. It could be a 2-book series. It could be a 10-book series. I have no clue. So that's where these live. And there's kind of like a continuation of that down below. I do have some empty space at the very bottom that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with, because I do like the idea of keeping this as books that are on my TBR, but I'm not ready to read because I want something else. Whereas the books in my actual TBR corner should all be books that I can just pick up at any moment and start reading. Also, in this area, I do have my current TBR shelf, and this is the more specific thing. So at the top here, we have the books that I'm supposed to read in that particular month, usually based off of my monthly TBR game or any book clubs or anything like that that I'm a part of. On the shelf underneath it is books that I'm currently in the middle of. Most of these are books that I'm trying to annotate, which is very slow going. So I usually make a little bit of progress, then I move on to something else, and so on and so forth. So a lot of these fall in that regard. Underneath that, I have books that I was not able to complete for my TBR game and that I can finish in the future to get points from. And then at the bottom, which you can't see, I have books that are continuations of series that I have already started. Then in this little corner, which you also can't see, there is a shelf that separates this section from the other section. And here I'm thinking, there's not much there yet, but I'm thinking of putting books for planned videos. So books that I buy for specific videos can go here so that I know not to pick it for a TBR game unless I'm ready to work on that video. Which brings us back to the TBR Corner, which my ultimate goal, as I mentioned, is to make it so that every book here is ready for me to just pick up and read without me worrying about, oh, how many more books are there in this series? Or can I get the next book if I really like it? Like, the idea is I should focus on all of these books before I start series where the next books aren't out yet and things of that nature. That will happen sometimes, but I want to do it intentionally instead of accidentally. One of the things that I need to do to make that happen is to go through all of the books that I'm pretty sure are part of series and look up whether or not they're the first in a duology, a trilogy, or standalones or whatever. And then I will organize them in their particular place. Once I have all that figured out, I will have a better idea of how many books I actually need to go in the TBR corner. So that has been my productive procrastination. Now, hopefully we can get back to our current read and make some more progress on the plus size readathon. Okay, hi, hello. I have actually made some progress on Shipwrecked, and in a general sense, I'm enjoying it. Like, I like the writing, I like the characters, I like the general idea, but I'm not loving it, and I'm not really feeling the chemistry. Like, I like the characters, like the general makeup of the characters, but I don't feel it. I'm halfway through, and I just feel kind of meh. Even though, like, I know I like Olivia Dade's writing, I just feel, I don't know how to describe it. Because like I said, like, I'm not having a bad time. I know I'm probably going to be like, yeah, that was nice at the end. That's not what I want. I want to love it. I loved the other, well, there was one other one that I felt like this for. But the rest of the books of hers, I've adored. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I feel so meh. But yeah, I'm not feeling super excited about continuing the book. It's a bummer because I want to enjoy it more than I do. I'm going to read a little bit longer and see if I can get into it. Okay, hi, hello. Since I'm listening to the audiobook for Shipwrecked, I thought that maybe I would try and tackle some basic chores that I've been meaning and wanting to do for some while. For some time now. I have 5 bajillion million clean clothes and what are they called? Sheets and things like that that I want to fold up, put away, hang, do all of that stuff. So I need to do that. Unfortunately, I keep saying work is busy. Work has been busy. My day was supposed to be over a while ago. And I keep getting work things. Oh my god, I've been working since so early. I'm so stressed. There's so much to do. So I guess I'm going to follow up on this work message and then hopefully I can do some basic chores. 'Cause what? Executive dysfunction has been strong in this one. Okay, hi, hello, good morning. I just put on my first pair of jeans in years. I think it's been a couple of years. Definitely grew out of most of the ones that fit. Putting these on, remember why I started wearing leggings and stopped wearing jeans, is because they fit horribly. My body shape has always struggled a little bit with jeans, but has definitely gotten more difficult the bigger that my thighs and butt have gotten. But I am trying to match the outfit for this cover for the photo challenge for next week. I wanted to prepare, get ready. I wanted to be able to include it in the video. I ended up posting this for the sweet treat for week 2, which was of the book that I was reading at that time, which I finished. I should give you an update, shouldn't I? Shipwrecked. I finished this. I like the book. I do not like the romance. I was not excited. I was not invested. I was not giddy at all about the romance in this book, which is so disappointing. But I liked the characters. I liked the writing. The general story was interesting after I accepted that it wasn't what I wanted it to be. All of that fine and dandy. I even could say that I liked the characters together in a very emotionless, separate way. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know, it felt more like a general fiction. There was steam. There was a couple of really cute moments. There was some cute banter between them, but it just didn't feel like a great romance that I was giddy off of. It's weird. It's a weird way to describe this because I'm like, I didn't really hate this book in any way. Like, it was fine. I enjoyed it. Like, there were things that I liked about this book. The romance was not one of them. I just finished this yesterday. Now I am trying to prep for next week's prompt, and I put on these jeans and they're killing me. The inseam is tight and awkward. I've got a huge gap here because it's, I guess, too tight around here, but loose here and super loose at the waist. Like, I can fit multiples of me in the waistline, but can barely fit a single version of me in the legs. I hate it. I hate it so much. Again, this is why I don't wear jeans. Like, how am I supposed to pull off the look? Wait, no. I think I have to do my hair like this to make it look a little bit shorter and to focus on this. So if I'm like this, kind of see this arm here. I don't know. You're at the wrong angle, so I can't use you anyway. I don't want to keep these on for very long, so let me grab this bad boy and move you to a better angle. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I got it here. We're going crazy. The person's gonna talk. Good enough. I'm all stressed and overwhelmed with life, but I'm gonna bust out the gloves and the safety goggles. So I don't have that much more time before my PTO. I'm stressing about all kinds of things. I haven't made any progress on the bathroom. And so I figured, you know what? Why don't we get some of my pent up energy out and do some work on the bathroom. The problem is I literally just did my bangs, but whatever. I'm gonna get so sweaty and so gross, but at least I'll be making some progress on that and I'll feel a little less stressed out. Oh shoot, I forgot to get a drill bit. I need to take the window frame off. That's what stopped me the last time. Like, I was in the groove and I don't have star studs, although I think I do now. I can use a hand one because I purchased this and it has like all kinds of different drill bits in different sizes because I kept needing it for computer stuff, like itty bitty teeny tiny ones. And while I got this, I also got a bunch of big ones for regular screwdrivers. I'm rambling. Let me do this. I don't have a lot of time before I have to go back to work. I feel like my life now is just work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. So much is going on. Okay, hi, hello. So I finished doing a bunch of work in the bathroom. I'm not done. There's still work that needs to be done, but I was hoping that I can get things started because my ultimate goal is to have everything done by next Wednesday. I also want to edit some videos. I'm exhausted. I'm probably going to sit here for a little bit longer and work, cool down some, and then hop in the shower and stop being gross. Okay, just got out of shower number 2 of the day. I did not do my bangs again. Don't at me. I have a package, and I think it's something that I want to wear right now. So we're going to open it up. And let's go. Oh, okay, yeah. I had thought I'd gotten it in a different color, but brown is nice. I thought I got it in tan. I have so many dark sweaters. Anyway, another literally dead Book Club sweater. I am working on making some designs myself because I have just been in the mood to get cozy and wear sweaters. Just 24/7. All I want to do is wear sweaters. And I don't like wearing the same one over and over and over again. Even like my hosier, which is like my favorite, and I have multiples of the same one, I feel awkward even if I'm wearing the other one. Even if I'm wearing my dupe. This has weird new shirt smell. It's nice to have something new, but it's dark, so it's gonna get covered in cat hair like instantly, which is my problem. I am so emotionally exhausted, but at least I'm in a comfy, cozy, cute sweater. Good morning and welcome to the chaos of my office. I hate it here, but I spend so much time here. So I am currently on sprints with the besties. We're doing these Wednesday morning productivity sprints and I'm loving them. It's been so much fun. It's something that I'm going to try and do moving forward, except September is going to be a little bit wild as I'm going to be busy on most of the Wednesdays. But after that, it'll be a regular thing, along with probably a couple of night sprints, but I haven't figured out the best days for those yet. I'm kind of thinking Tuesday evenings, not nights, because I'm a morning person, not a night person. Anyway, we're getting off. I'm having so much fun. I'm editing this video right now, and I am hoping once I get the base edit in, we can start our next book. But I haven't done that yet. So far, we have completed all but one prompt, I think, and I just need to start it. And hopefully we'll have a really good time with that one, but we will see. All right, so we just finished the Besties morning work and productivity sprints, which we are now doing Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Central. It's so much fun hanging out with everybody as they're working on their days, getting things done, being productive. You guys are amazing. I do want to do a shout out to the current besties over on Patreon. Thank you so much. We're doing more and more cool things. We're going to officially be back into the swing of it in September is the plan. Although September is going to be a weird one for me because I've got a lot going on, but we will be at least starting stuff so that things are ready and prepped for like live shows and stuff book club wise in October. Yas. Anyway, I'm over here getting a coffee for the morning. And since I have a little bit more time before my next meeting, I wanted to start our next book for the prompt, a book with a cute cover. So if you saw my TBR for the readathon, I ended up picking the makeup test because even though I don't fully feel like this fits cute in the way that I would think of it, I feel like a lot of these illustrated covers kind of have that cute vibe, and I do like some of the little extra illustration things that they did with this. So I'm going with it. Sue me. As far as I'm aware, this ends up being another second chance romance, which is funny because I wouldn't say that that's my thing, but I ended up with a whole bunch of them recently. This one being two characters who dated a long time ago, broke up, we're not 100% sure why, and our main female character ends up getting a job at this school, and then she ends up in a rivalish position with her ex, and they're trying to compete for some sort of, I don't know, special opportunity, and in the process, they might end up learning to work together or something like that. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty cute. Hopefully I end up enjoying it and we'll be able to make a little bit of progress at least throughout the day, depending on how busy it is. Because as I keep mentioning, it's been super busy with work recently, like super, super busy. I ended up staying late last night doing work stuff. So fortunately this morning hasn't been too crazy, but the day's still young. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get started on the book and I'll let you know my thoughts once I make some progress. Okay, so work was really busy this morning, but it has slowed down. So I've been able to make some progress on the makeup test, which is nice. It's not exactly what I was thinking, as the characters are only 23. They are taking graduate courses and they're teachers' assistants for teachers. So they're basically learning what needs to be done to become teachers themselves. They're younger than I thought they were going to be, and it's felt that way a little bit throughout all of it. We also have the scenario where he broke up with her, and we're not entirely sure why or what happened. It seemed like it was out of the blue. It also seems like we've gotten some hints that he tends to struggle with certain things in terms of, you know, how to handle things or act or do whatever when he's nervous or whatever. And I wonder if that'll come into play. We have experienced some annoying things with the characters so far. I am 21% into it, and I'm not enjoying the setup and the romance side of things. I love me a good rivals to lovers, enemies to lovers, banter, this, that, and the other, especially when two characters just have really good banter and for some reason they have this thing kind of going. In this case, it doesn't fully feel that way because, like, it is that second chance scenario, and now they're kind of competing for, you know, this position, and everything that I learned so far makes me Makes you like the guy character less and less and less. And I think that's intentional because we're going to find out it's some sort of big misunderstanding or something like that. I don't know. But again, 21% into this, and I'm not enjoying their encounters at all. So yeah, I feel bad because I don't know, I just feel like we've been having kind of bad luck. But yeah, feeling a bit meh when it comes to the relationship. Hopefully that changes. Wish me luck. I need it. I need the good lucks when it comes to romances. That used to be a for sure thing for me, and now that's not true anymore. I have disliked more romances in the past couple of years than I have ever disliked before. Okay, I have finished the book. I hated the romance. I hated it with a passion. Everything about it. I did not want the characters to get together at all. I feel like the idea of somebody who's hurt you turning around and doing something really kind automatically makes them worthy of the rest of your love is not a good enough reason to stay with someone or to take somebody back or to be with somebody. This book did not show me in any way that these characters were really supposed to be together. There was like one big sweet gesture, and then everything else was just confirmation that this character was not good for her and she was not good for them. Yeah, I've never felt this from a romance, so I'll give it that new experience. But where I so thoroughly am angry that these characters ended up together in the end. And I'm gonna make it very clear, there's absolutely nothing really wrong necessarily with the guy. Okay? There's nothing necessarily wrong with her. I don't hate them as characters. They're real. This is something that happens all the time. And in some cases, it might end up just fine. Unfortunately, a lot of the cases, it doesn't. The people continue to do the problematic things that they've always done and never change. And the person has to deal with being hurt time and time and time again for somebody who only sometimes is thoughtful or caring or whatever. And I hate that this book is pushing that narrative that we already as a society struggle with, especially for women. I know it's not just us who suffer with this, but a lot of the times that's what it is. It's us putting up with harmful to us. I'm not saying that he was like horribly abusive or anything, but like hurtful, harmful, not good situations because we care about somebody. I did not enjoy the book. I did not enjoy the romance. I found a lot of the things that happened just infuriating and very upsetting. I found the excuses for them not good enough for the way that they made me feel. I didn't like it. I did not like it. I will not recommend. Which sucks because I think this is a debut. Anyway, on that down note, we conclude. I am so sorry, you guys. I had such bad luck with the picks for this round, but we do conclude the sweet prompts for the plus size readathon, which I absolutely adored. I have every intention of doing this moving forward. This is going to be one of my staple readathons to do, especially because it's spread out nicely between Blackathon, June's queer reading, and now August. Hopefully it stays in August. Originally it was July. It'd be nicer if there was a break between that and just Pride. So yeah, this was fun. This was a good time. I highly recommend it. It's not over. We have all of August to read books featuring plus size characters. I do have some more plus size books that I'm going to be reading this month, and I'll be able to add those to the sour team, which will be really nice because this is all of the sweet team prompts, and I'm officially on the sour team. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this, even though the last book I hated. And I felt really meh about the relationships and basically everything except these. These are the only books that I read in this video where I was all like, yes, I'm here for the relationship. I'm here for the chemistry. I'm here for them being together. Everything else, I was just like, eh. Like I could care less about these characters getting together. And in this case, I don't want them. I'm angry. I'm mad that they got back together. That's a first. That is a first. I have never read a romance book that I not just felt indifferent about the characters being together, but angry that they got together. So, new things, new experiences. Thank you for joining me for this. Let me know if you have read any books featuring plus size characters recently. What have you been reading in general? If not, any good suggestions for me? And I will catch you in the next video. Until then, bye!